hear our personal narrative, the first thing I need to start with to let everyone know about me is that I love movies. I love movies so much. And my favorite movie of all time, the most critical thing you need to know about me, my favorite movie is Zombieland. And in that movie, the character, I'll just give this quick synopsis, he goes throughout this zombie apocalypse and he gives rules on how to survive the zombie apocalypse. And my favorite rule, my favorite part of the whole movie is Rule 32. And in Rule 32, he says, enjoy the little things. So if you ever see a little blue Hyundai car zooming around Logan and the license plate's Rule 32, that's me. So I wanted to focus on enjoy the little things today because that's the thing I love about movies is it's 2 hours and they use little build-ups upon each other to build a whole movie. And so as I was thinking back, our lives are just like little scenes of like a movie. So I remembered the first time when I showed my very first goat in the show ring. I remember I was walking my goat in the show ring and it laid down right there. And I was about 5. And I was devastated because I was supposed to be walking the goat in a circle with everyone else in the ring. And it just stopped there. And I started bawling because I thought it was over. And the judge came up to me and he came and knelt down next to me. And he's like, looks at me and he points to the girl across the show ring and her goat was laying down too. And I'll never forget that because he told me just to get up and he helped me get my goat up and I kept showing. Another experience that I realized was my very first time when I went snowboarding. I was probably in 7th grade and I was going and my best friend was just zooming down the course without me. And I lost speed and I ate it and I was on the side of this path and I was stuck there. And I was so tired, my legs were tired, and I didn't want to get up. I was crying because I was sick of it. It was cold, I wanted to go home, and I was hungry. And then suddenly a nice skier came by, and he pulled me out of it. And because of that, I still snowboard today, and I love snowboarding. But another experience, one of the little things that I'll never forget, was on July 19th, 2017, the day I went and entered the MTC, the Missionary Training Center in Provo, Utah. I was terrified. As my parents pulled up into the truck, they had to grab me and yank me out of the truck because I did not want to go. And I'll never forget those walking away from my parents and that complete and utter desperation of I don't want to do this anymore. And then I remember 18 months later, when I ate my words, and my dad said it's harder to come home. I'll never forget those moments as I was walking down the airport with like 7 other missionaries from my mission. And we were walking, but we were like fast, but we were slow because we know it was the end of our mission. And I'll never forget that heartbreak when I realized my dad was right. It's harder to come home than it was to leave. And so as I realized, our lives really are little moments. Like no matter what, if they're miserable or if they're fun, they're enjoyable, but every little moment is what dictates the movie and the person we are today. And that's what I realized. So whether we're in the midst of a zombie apocalypse mentally, we need to choose to enjoy the little things because it's these little teeny tiny things, these teeny tiny moments that create us and help us and teach us to be who we are today, to keep showing when our goat's laying down, to accept the friendly hand to get back on the snowboarding, to get back on the trail, to just keep walking when you want to turn around and get back in the truck, and to accept and realize that your 18 months was over and it was worth every second. And so I invite every single one of you in the midst of your zombie apocalypse to enjoy the little things.